How's it going, everybody? This is Kinema, and you're watching my Unity SMP Let's Play series. So, got this nice, pretty easy put together farm here. And Odyssey modified it with some hoppers. We did a little bit up here, and I know I showed some of this off in my last video, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing of how it works. So just because it's already been seen, but I don't think I've shown off after this has been modified a little bit. So we went ahead and opened it up. Tried to put some half slabs or things in spawn up here. Put the roof on there. I think I already showed that in my last video. So it's nice. You can just run up and hit gas with swords. So like looting 3 swords, for example, to get, maximize the amount of tiers you get. Fence here, so you can just shoot down at them if you wanted to. So yeah. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to try, not saying that this is finished or anything, there is one thing down here that is kind of bugging us. So I wanted to work on it before I started doing too much, and it's this right here. So we got our pigmen. Of course, they drop loot. Loot goes through the hoppers. This goes through like this, and of course we wanted to maximize. We're saving all the rotten flesh just in case we come across some clerics, villagers, and get some emeralds for rotten flesh. Of course you get nuggets and gold. So we wanted to keep this kind of pretty good, but these swords is beginning a problem. Also, we get zombie pigmen on chickens and other things. So I don't know exactly where I want to set this up, but I'm going to just kind of go through a couple things. So just in case if people don't know, I'm going to do an item sorter probably somewhere around here. This ladder is kind of close, and I hate moving it. It does go all the way up, down, all the way up to the top. I definitely need some room to do a sorter. I could always, come off with hoppers or do something, back this way and then flow it down. I'll figure out some type of design, but for right now, for anyone, I usually don't make them. So, I figured if I had issues, other people may. So, well, not saying that. It's just saying, some people don't really make comparators a lot. So, just in case you're not sure how to make them, it's pretty easy. Redstone torches, nether quartz in the middle, stone slabs, and we get comparators. So, one of the things we also want is we need some more. I'll do 8 more torches. And we'll make some repeaters. If I need more stuff, I get that from more sticks. Yeah, so I do have all the chests. I did forget my iron, but it's in my ender chest, which I can grab from the ender chest up there for iron for the hoppers. So what we may do is may go ahead and just let all the drops drop down in the hoppers. May send them out the back here and over and down to something here. That way it gives us plenty of room. And I may stick with half slabs. So I'd hate to change it up after I've already been making using so many of them. Okay, so if anyone doesn't know, and we are going to need more torches. These 4. So there's a couple things you can do, and I'm going to do this out of half slabs, so it's going to look a little weird, and I got to get the placing just right. I also got to get it where I can walk up on it. This may be the first one. Okay, so you can take, and I'm gonna need actually comparators for this, but you can take or not comparators, iron hoppers. But there's a very simple design out there. It's used quite a lot in Redstone, and it is for item sorters. And I think I did it right. We'll kind of leave something like this here. Okay, so what this basically does is it is a one wide way to do a sorter. I do need to get some iron chests or some iron hoppers made. Let's go ahead and as I'm talking, well, I'll explain this first. So basically what we'll do is we'll have hoppers up here, and I haven't made one of these in a while. I'm going to need hoppers to test it, but basically you'll have a hopper pointing into the comparator. You don't need to have it at, it doesn't matter, but as long as it's pointed kind of into the comparator, that will drop down to another hopper right here that will kind of be pointed into a chest. And you can actually do some other things kind of with that as well, depending on how far. And I may move all this back one once I get the spacing and stuff. So basically what happens is the comparator will light. It will light the redstone. The redstone, of course, will hit the repeater. And when things are flowing through the hopper, it will actually unlock this, and things will just kind of drop through. So the hopper needs, I believe, 21 or 22 blocks filled up in order just to let one pass through it. And so usually people will put stuff in there that like stacks to like 16, like snowballs or eggs or something. Normally wouldn't get in there. I'm definitely not going to use eggs, just because you never know if zombie chicken or zombie pigmen on a chicken, not a zombie chicken. That would be kind of cool though. If they happen to spawn on a chicken, and the chicken, of course, they have slow fall, so they would kind of slow fall down to the platform, and just if they're not killed right away, then they may just be sitting there, hatched. Actually, I don't know if they'll really release eggs now that I'm talking. That may be completely wrong. I don't have much iron. I'm gonna have to do some major farming after this. It's funny, I have tons of gold and no iron. Maybe I should have made an iron golem farm first. I don't know what I'm making. Unfortunately, that will only give us 8 hoppers. That's probably not going to be enough for the way that I want to do it. So since it is a community build, maybe some of the other guys will be willing to pitch in some hoppers or something. I'm not going to hook it up to that just yet. And I'm probably going to need to do something with this for this exact reason. So I'm probably going to need to put a cover or something over it. So if you take a hopper, point into it, and then I think you would want to point something going in like this to the chest, and basically it would sort whatever you have sorting through here in the whatever goes through there'll be hoppers actually above. And I'm probably definitely, I know I do a lot of my builds off camera. This is one I'm probably definitely going to do off camera, just for the fact that it is redstone. I'm probably going to have this to go the other way. I don't know why I just did it that way, but so that's going to go across. So things will come down, flow through those hoppers, kind of filter through here. This will drop into this one, which will actually be doing the sorting, and then it will drop through and unlock this one. So, and then that will be taken into the chest. So it's going to be kind of something like that, just mirrored. I probably need something for the actual ingots, something for the nuggets, and the rotten flesh, and then for the swords. If any of that or all of that fills up, I may just send everything else into a dispenser and have its dispenser hooked up to a redstone timer and comparator. So anything that's in there dispenses right out into lava chamber. So have that as kind of an overflow for the sorter. That way, you know, all the golden swords once we have chests full, because I don't think we need any more golden swords. I mean, right now the only reason why we're hanging on to some of these is we use the golden swords to kill the pigmen. They drop so many, we just whack them with the swords because that way they don't necessarily have to be a one hit kill. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I can already tell I have nowhere near the amount of hoppers I need. I may try to get this functional at least for a couple of things, and then I'll be right back. Welcome back. Done quite a bit since the last cut. Went over the gold farm and back here. So may have just noticed something behind me. So I did quite a bit of work. Basically, I said I was going to hook up some type of an item sorter. I don't need to go up there yet. So revamp this a little bit. Took out the chest. Pigmen will fall. I put this here kinda so you're not right up against it. Sometimes you still pick up drops from here along with the XP, but you know you can just sit there and toss them back in here if you want to. So it flows down, and I'm still not completely finished. I want to clean it up some. As much as I want to make this, you know, I guess beautify it or whatever you want to say, you know, make it look not just stone bricks. It is basically just for experience. I mean, it's not really for looks. I could make it look better, but I don't know. We'll see. So 2 of those are mine. Actually, a lot of this is mine. Since I've been here for a while. So basically, what happens is we got the chest here. There's double chests back behind it. To add more storage, the double chest just go in a hopper to these single chests. Hopefully that's enough to catch all the gold, and then of course the rotten flesh that we need. Anything left over, the rotten flesh is last. The ingots I put most important. So if it can't go in this chest, if the rotten flesh is filled all the way up, it should go ahead and then filter over to this chest. And this chest is also where the iron swords will go. And I will go up and probably get a bunch of pigmen and just show how it works. There is a lever here. So, said in some of my videos, I'm not the best at redstone. I know some stuff, but I wouldn't say I'm definitely an expert or anything. Probably too many signs, but so I do want to label. If I put a sign, you can't. Oh, I can put a sign there. So this is gold bars, and that's good. You can still get behind it. I guess maybe, yeah, maybe if you stepped up on something, you could get over it if you needed to, or just break the signs. And this is, yeah, let me keep it all on one line. Flesh. Okay. That is rotten. Yeah. So, the reason why I keep them rotten flesh is for clerics. So, this switch right here, I'll do this. Let's see, off. Let's actually do this. Should I just do item destruction or is that item removal? I'm a horrible speller. Do off. On. Okay. So basically when it's off, there's, and I'll go back and show you the redstone behind this. Flip is up, so it's off, and when you turn it on, it will remove the items. So we will put a sign here. So please check items in chest. A4. I guess I don't need to capitalize it. But I capitalize it. Okay. Yeah. Please check items in chest before flipping. That way people can get in a habit of checking this, see if there's anything they want, because as soon as they flip the switch, you'll hear it. Oh, never mind, there's no items in there, so it's not going to tick. So anyway, those are pretty much the instructions I wanted to leave. So I may change it around a little bit, and I'm probably going to do something with this stuff as well. So if we come back here, and I brought a door. Okay, so redstone maintenance. So this is the way, excuse me, the way it works. Let me go ahead and make some. I fill this in real quick. Okay, so you have the redstone. You have these hoppers, or the hoppers come around from over there. They come through and filter the items, and then it has in here. I use snow because I doubt we'll be getting snowballs in the nether. Use snow and then gold ingots to filter out. You need at least 21 items in here, and then the next one in. And I believe that's right. So each of these snowballs stack up to 16, so they technically count as 4 items. So, you know, the next one in here, you know, if another gold ingot flows from up top, it will go ahead and kick off the comparator, sends a signal down to the repeaters down under there, which I can't really get around to. Yeah, I figured that was going to break that. Oh, don't want to drop down there. That would have been bad. They repeaters power this, and the torch goes off, which then lets the items flow into the chest. So that's kind of how that works. So once it gets to this last chest, so it's got gold, then it's got the nuggets, and then it's got the rotten flesh. Once it fills up in there, and this fills up here, it's going to back up, and all of the rotten flesh is just going to flow into this chest. Okay, so once that happens, this chest, of course, is, there's a hopper underneath this chest, but the redstone, which is what the switch controls, is actually blocking or stopping items from flowing into this hopper. So you can come in here, check all the items you want. You can see if you want the swords, pull out the chicken that may be in there. But as soon as you flip that switch, items are going to continue to flow through the hopper, go down here, go into the dispenser, and into the lava. So that's why you need to make sure you check that. This chest, if anyone's wondering, I just left it here as kind of some spare parts, just in case if this breaks. I'll leave some snowballs here for the item sorter. And hopefully this is a very, tons of people make these item sorters online. There's a lot of tutorials. I've done it so many times I kind of just remember the design of it. So works very well. This is pretty much almost the same concept as Azumavoid's chicken farms, and it's probably what we have as chicken farms over in the overworld and spawn area. So stuff drops into the dispenser, it sets off the comparator. The repeaters there is just to carry it to a full signal that powers the redstone back to the comparator, which flashes, and then on top of this block, and this block becomes powered, flashing on and off, which makes the dispenser tick. So very cool. Excuse me. So that's pretty much about it. Now you come up here, you don't have to worry about, you can sit here and farm experience. And let's go ahead and come up here and AFK for a short minute, drop some stuff off in my ender chest, and then try to get some pigmen to spawn and go to town on them. Kill them, watch all their drops, do what they're supposed to do, and so yeah. So pretty excited. I did get I did have to go, I ran out of iron, so I had to go do tons of caving. That's why it took me a little while to get this episode filmed. I'm gonna have to clean out my ender chest. I probably don't need to put the hardened clay there. There was some reports, like I guess when we first started the server, that people were missing some stuff, so I was trying to keep everything that valuable in there, but I don't think it's that much of a problem. So so yeah, let me put this up there. There's probably enough stuff down here now. Hopefully there's a spot where I can hit a pigman or two. Oh, I didn't think I hit him, but I guess I did. So, standard thing you've seen in a couple of my videos now. Dropping down. Come on. Okay. And basically goes through down to here. And we can, so yeah, you see right away I got a gold bar, but you can throw this in there and it'll just suck it on through. Another gold bar, that's nice. I am using a Fortune 2, or Looting 2, excuse me, pickaxe. So that's why I'm kind of getting a little bit more loot than normal. So I do want to go probably use this sword to farm the, you can see this stuff's flowing through there, and the swords, of course. I do want to use this to try to farm, get some some skulls, yeah, some wither. Oh, excuse me, some wither skulls, and Oh yeah, trap chest don't update unless while they're open. Nothing's flowing in there. Maybe because that's flowing? I don't know. But this is pretty much how it's sorted. All the swords go right across here. 42, 53. And now these things were pretty much empty. There was only maybe about a stack of nuggets. Only 2 since been here. So okay, so I think that's about all of it that's going to flow in there. But yeah, so no more. We don't have to sit there and expand out to do the slots. I mean, we could if we wanted to, but we don't need to, because all of this is going to just be perfectly sorted right into these 3 chests. And then of course all the stuff comes here. We checked it. There's swords that we don't want, so let's flip the switch. And you can hear the dispenser going off and firing all of those right into the lava. So we flip that back on. Chest is empty. And goodbye, Pigman. Now I thought, oh, that's it. And this one. I was trying to keep this where there was all half slabs, with the exception of, well, I don't need those. I can jump up there. Okay. We got that one under there. Okay. Trying to keep things from spawning, being able to spawn in here. But you can see this is now empty. All the swords are gone. So it works pretty well. And so I'm happy with it. It took me a while to get the iron I needed for it. But I think it's been a pretty successful thing. And now this farm I think is pretty much completed. Probably going to just continue around this, clean it up, make this room kind of look nice like a chest room. Or if any of the other guys on the server want to take over that part of it and do something with these chests and you know, whatever, we can do something with this, or we could just take this piece of the platform off and just leave a small hallway to get to the maintenance area. But I'm happy with it. It turned out a little bit larger than I wanted it. But then again, dealing with redstone and not knowing all the tricks to compact it, you know, I'm not Etho or Seth or any of the good YouTubers that do amazing redstone. So anyway, I think that should do it. I really like this. I'm glad what happened to get done. And leave a comment, tell me what you think of it, and if you're on the server, you know, make sure to come by and check it out, and hopefully this works better for y'all. But anyway, this has been Kinema, and I will talk to y'all later.